pause. I'm already crying. This is so cute.
I know, right? Okay, so what if we go back to the beginning and share Frank and John's story? Like, how did this moment even become possible?
Yes, that is a great idea.
Okay, sweet. How about we rewind the tape and start from the beginning?
Well, good morning. My name is Jean-Robert Lafont, and I was born and raised in California and the West Coast.
All right. Hey everybody. I'm Frank Gallardo. Born Phoenix, Arizona. Lived either in Phoenix or Glendale my entire life. We met online. I love this world that we live in where you don't have to meet in a bar anymore or at a coffee house or at church or at school or whatever. So yeah, met online.
Frank and I had been very casual Facebook friends for many years. And we would exchange a message maybe every 3 or 4 months, and it would go back and forth 2 or 3 times, and that would be it. I went through a very painful separation and divorce after a 15-year marriage, and he was there for me. He was very supportive. And then the following year, I lost my 2-year-old dog, Brandy, to cancer very unexpectedly, and he was there for that.
But I just knew that he was devastated, that John was devastated by this. So it was just more me, offering support. I never thought that it would lead to anything, per se.
Later that year, we had, done a little exchange of messages, 2 or 3 back and forth after several months. And I thought to myself, he is such a nice guy. Why aren't I paying more attention to him?
He says it wasn't, one of those typical situations where a voice inside of his head. He really states that, it was an actual voice outside of his head that said, yeah, why aren't you paying more attention to him?
And I literally heard a voice whisper in my ear, yes, why aren't you paying more attention to him? So, I turned my head. There's nobody there.
He sent me a message the next day, just a good morning message, which I thought was weird, because we had never done that.
Yeah.
So the next morning when I got up, I remember reaching over for my phone, and I texted him good morning, and he texted good morning back, and that was the start of it.
During one of our chats, he's just like, why don't you come visit me in Atlanta, and let's just see. And the interesting thing is, another guy who had wanted me to be partners with him, I was supposed to go visit him for like 5 days. I can't remember if it was the week before or the week after I was visiting John for the first time in Atlanta. And finally I said to myself, you know what? It's kind of pointless, because with this guy, I knew that it was never going to go anywhere. We were together for a couple days, and then our first real big date night, where we went to this place called Highland Tap for dinner, had amazing food there, and we did lights at the Botanical Gardens there in Atlanta. And we made that a tradition, after that. And that's when I knew. I knew at that point, yeah, this is special. This is the guy I want to be with. So at that point, I was just trying to figure out how and when.
We had an incredible visit, fell in love. One story we tell is when I dropped him off at the airport, I had to pull over on the side of the road because I was sobbing hysterically. And I found out later he had to go to the men's room because he threw up. He was so upset. And it's like I said in my vows, he is by far the coolest guy I have ever met. He knows so much about music. He has such a large and extended network of friends and family, and everybody I know just loves him. And how can you not love the guy? I mean, he's down to earth. He's In Yiddish, he'd be called a mensch, a stand-up guy.
And that was why I chose that song, This Is the Sea, from the Waterboys, as our walk-in music. There's a line in this song that changed from the original version that, you know, is us. And it's the line where Mike Scott, the writer of that song, says, the last lover you had, he was nothing like me. I wanted him to know that I'm not Philippe. You know, I'm not his last husband. He's told me horrible things about, you know, how Philippe would make him feel. And I don't ever want him to feel that. So I want him to know that he's loved and that I care for him and I respect him and I'm a champion of what he's doing. So that's really important to me.
I just can't believe how lucky I am to have someone like that in my life. And I'm, you know, every day I wake up and you know, he's the first thing I think of and he's the last thing I think of when I go to sleep. And I'm just so thankful to have someone like this in my life and so excited for what the future holds for us.
We're a team in everything. So we'll get through whatever we've had. You know, we've had some trials along the way, and not anything that we've created, but outside forces that we've had to deal with together, and we'll continue to do that. Oh shit!
In the same plane. You want the table closer?
No, I didn't get milk.
We got time.
And that will drive me insane, as you know. This mutual friend of Cliff and mine by the name of Rick said, you know, hey Frank, I have this friend Cliff in Ireland. I think the two of you will get along really well because you're both into music. So he hooked us up. Then when I found out that Cliff had that radio show that he does every Thursday, I started listening. So because of that, we became really good friends. John and I had been talking since early last year that we were going to, originally we were going to do a 2-week trip. We were going to do Scotland, Ireland, and go back to Manchester. It gets toward the end of the year, and now we're running out of time to do an actual vacation. So now I've got to trim it down to a week. So we figured, okay, we've already done Manchester, let's X that for now. And we were going back and forth between Scotland and Ireland. Decided on Ireland. And chatting with Cliff about it, he's all, you know, asked where we had picked, and I said it'll probably be Dublin, Belfast, something like that, you know. And he's the one that suggested, hey, if you want to do something off the beaten path, you could come visit Derry instead, which I knew nothing about at that time. The fact that he immediately offered, the two of you could stay with me at the house in St. Johnston. I'm just like, dude, I knew that he was a great guy, but again, it's just one of those things when I told him right, I'm just like, we haven't even met face to face yet. You know, are you sure that you want, you know, to just allow two complete strangers in your house? And his whole thing was, you're a friend of Rick's, so I know you're a good mate, so yeah, let's do it. We got here and just immediately fell in love with this place. Sunday roast we went to at Ankarani and Avaliak, where we went to go see the Waterboys that night. The Halloween festival here was just unbelievable. And then of course, you know, proposing to him on the Giant's Causeway. I'd asked Cliff before I came out here, I've decided I'm going to propose to John in Ireland. Where do I need to do it? Cliff right away is the one that suggested the Causeway. That was perfect, beyond perfect.
And I said yes, and I found out that if I had said no, I'd still be swimming in the Irish Sea today.
So I remember we had gone to the Guildhall twice during the Halloween festival, and they had the upstairs where you were at closed off, so we couldn't see the pipe organ. And Cliff said, the Halloween festival is over, we really need to go by the Guildhall one more time so you guys can see the pipe organ. And we ended up doing that impromptu tour of all the different wedding facilities inside the Guildhall and next door at the Tower Museum. After John did this, when we walked in to show Siobhan, you know, the engagement ring. So right away after the tour, both Cliff and John said, we got to get married in Ireland. I'm just like, no, I'm not getting married in Ireland.
He was adamant.
Oh yeah, I was completely adamant. No, I'm getting married at home, where my family and friends can go. Sadly enough, a large part of this was because of your mom and dad, and just how many people they had to maneuver through as far as this person's got to get invited, this aunt, this uncle, this cousin. And I started doing the math, and we're already over like 200 people. We haven't even gotten the friends yet. I don't want that big of a wedding. So it was a month. It was a month later. And we have our daily video chat via WhatsApp. And I said, I've been thinking about the wedding. And he's okay. I'm just like, let's do Ireland. What? And I said, we love it there in Derry. We love the Guildhall. It makes perfect sense. And at this point, I'm 54, he's 60, and it's like, why are we worried about everyone else? Okay, this is about us. I think for both of us, definitely for me, at some point, I've got to get to a point in my life where I'm thinking about me, and in this case, us, rather than thinking about what's best for everyone else. So, screw it. We love it here. For me, at this point, visiting only once a year almost isn't enough. That's how much I love it out here.
I definitely agree, and that's something that we're going to be working on probably after the house purchase. I'll get back. My great-grandmother was Irish. She was from County Meath, and she came to the U.S. when she was 17. I've already been speaking with a law firm in Donegal about trying to obtain Irish citizenship. And they've told me it's about a 50-50 shot. So, but go ahead and try it. But they did say that if I am able to obtain it, I will be able to convey it to him through our marriage.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
So, we both love Ireland, and real estate is very reasonable right now here. So, who knows?
Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I'll speak a little louder, I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can't get the words out. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere.
If you dance, I'll dance. And if you don't, I'll dance anyway. Give peace a chance. Let the fear you have fall away. I've got my eye on you. I've got my eye on you. Say yes to heaven. Say yes to me. Say yes to heaven. Say yes to me.
Sorry, everyone.
Eight Guinness Zeros by 1:10 p.m. on wedding eve. How's your soup, mate?
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
So we're in there, and she's behind the counter, and she looks at all my papers. She goes, Jean Robert Lafont. I go, Jean Robert. She looks again, Jean Robert Lafont. I said, Jean Robert. She goes, Jean Robert Lafont. Well, isn't that just la-di-da? I thought I was going to wet myself.
Close my eyes, and I look at you, just lying smiling in the dark, shooting stars around your heart. Dreams come bouncing in your head, pure and simple every time. Now you're crying in your sleep. I wish you'd never learn to weep. Don't sell the dreams you should be keeping, pure and simple every time.
My plaid came from JCPenney's just because I did.
When Frank said he had a request to wear plaid, okay, I'm not a plaid man. Maybe I have a plaid personality, but I don't own any plaid. I'm very bland. But I said, you know what? If I'm traveling around to the other side of the country and my friend, my mate, wants plaid, I'm gonna plaid the fuck out of this. So I went online and I said, okay, I need a plaid sport coat. And I'm looking, I'm like, who wears clothes like this?
And my daughter bought me this. A combination of the check shirt and this nice white t-shirt in a failed attempt to make me look trendy.
Hi, we're the Prestons. Came from Phoenix, Arizona to see John and Frank get hit.
Finally, after all these years.
Yeah, I mean, really nice to see Frank be happy as he is, and found a partner that matches his happiness, and I'm just excited for their new chapter.
Yeah, super happy for you guys.
You better throw them away. You wanna turn your back on your soulless days. Once you were tethered, and now you are free.
No.
Once you were tethered, and now you are free. That was the river. This is the sea.
I know.
And now if you're feeling weary, if you've been alone too long, or maybe you've been suffering from a few too 73. Well, that was the river. This is the sea.
I call you when I need you and my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me and give me everything I need.
We came from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we wish you guys well.
We're very happy to be here. Thank you for including us. It's a very special day. It's beautiful.
Can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. You know what? I see the start of every night and every day.
May his blessings rest upon you and fill your coming days.
Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I can be in no better place. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever.
Hey Frank and John, this is Editing Elizabeth. I know that you two just wanted me to take photos of you, but I love taking videos and editing videos, even if it means I'm editing at 9 p.m. on the day I'm delivering this video to you, to get things done. So I hope you enjoy the video. I've really enjoyed making it and kind of tapping back into this little creative hobby of mine. Editing me is coming on to say, I unfortunately didn't get interviews of everybody, which was like a fun little thing I wanted to sprinkle throughout the video, to just have people kind of pop in and say something nice to you two. So that's why the whole wedding party isn't represented, so I'm sorry about that, but I hope you enjoy the last two interviews, and yeah, happy 1-year anniversary. I love you guys. Bye.
Hello, Frank and John. Or Frank and Sean. One or two. Like that one.
Don't do that.
I'm going to pause. You can stand that one out.
Okay.
We came from Wilmington, North Carolina, Wilson, North Carolina. Went into Dublin for a night and then kind of did a tour of Ireland from the south, Kinsale, Cork, up through Doolin, Dingle, I'm forgetting one, Donegal, and then Derry for the wedding and stuff like that. So we kind of had the opportunity to make a mini vacation before coming to the wedding stuff.
Yeah, so we decided once Jean and Frank were going to get married, we were like, well, we're going to Ireland. Let's take my mom with us, and we decided to kind of take a tour of Ireland, and just glad that you guys decided to get married in Ireland because it's a beautiful country. The town of Derry where you got married, everyone's treated you like royalty, and hopefully you've had a great wedding week with all your family and friends, and looking forward to many more memories for you guys.
And I would like to say to Frank and John, thank you so much for including me, and thank you for getting married in Ireland, because otherwise I wouldn't have had this opportunity. And since my late husband was Irish, it has been an absolutely fantastic trip, and one that we had often thought about but never did. So thank you, and have met so many nice people, and now I feel like I have another set of connections to Phoenix. So thank you both, and it was a wonderful weekend. It was a great wedding, so thank you for all that you all did to make all of us feel very, very comfortable. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Congratulations, and thank you for the birthday wishes for myself and Mama Jane. Truly unexpected. This was about you guys, but
That
it's
was so sweet.
true testament to your guys' character to recognize other people as well. So
Absolutely.
thank you guys very much. Sean, on behalf of my family, they wish they could be here. My dad, my sister, Jackie, and so happy for you guys, and look forward to you guys watching their house again when they take their next big trip.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Take it easy.
Love you guys.
Frank and John, we just wanted to say congrats.
Congrats.
Congratulations. You
Best
made
of
it to your
luck.
first year.
Yeah. We didn't take this video in Ireland, so we're doing it here with these two guests. Yeah, but we love you, and we're happy that you guys are happy. So.
Bye.
Bye.
I really thought this wasn't ever going to happen. So I don't think anybody should rush. I don't think anybody should push. If it's supposed to happen, I just think it'll organically happen.
Well said.